All right, first question for Leroy. Yep.
Hey, Leroy, Jeremiah Thompson, all on this side. This past Saturday morning, I was suspicious that he loves his defensive lineman. Can you speak on why he said that? And as a defensive lineman yourself, what ways have Coach Belichick improved his skill set?
I would say, linebackers and D-line have to be on the same page with that chemistry. For Chaos to say that, that's great for the D-lineman, but D-linemen also have to have a great communication with the linebackers going back. So that they work back and forth, and it just keep going back to the DBs. So it was great that Chaos said that, and we just got to keep building that to day by day and staying with that communication, and communication was key and will forever be key during that chemistry build, and just continue to do what we do every day and day by day.
Jeremiah here.
Yeah, Jeremiah Hallway with Inside Carolina. We were just talking to Bill and Steve. They're talking about how everything starts, up front, offensive line, defensive line, things like that. How much have they been honing that in for you guys? And I know it's obviously something you learn in football overall, but how much have they been honing that in for you guys, especially with the heightened emphasis on physicality for this year's student?
Yeah, most definitely it does start up front, then it moves back. But, every day it's a day by day between offense and defense, O-line, D-line, wide receivers and everything. And that competition level has been built, and it will forever get greater. And just the communication between both sides is very key. And just continue to compete versus the offense. Every practice is going to be a hard practice to make the game easier. And just the competition level is high, and you got to stay at that level. You can't go down. You got to keep going higher and higher.
AJ on the front here.
Andrew Jones, Tario 24/7. You're not an old head, but you're like an old guy in the room.
Yeah.
Since you were here last year, you and Peter, and you're the only one that played any snaps. What's it been like seeing such an influx of new guys come in, and a lot of talented guys from a bunch of different places? And how have you maybe taken a role in kind of showing guys the ropes here, what things are like here, and sort of getting everybody on the same page, maybe socially and interactively?
Yeah, with there being almost 70 guys, that it can be hard, but it was a great transition between everybody coming in, everybody just taking it in. With this new coaching staff, everybody is just ready to learn, everybody just ready to compete and just take it day by day and get better every day. And just when all those guys come in, the most important thing is not just learning them on the field, but learning them off the field. Building that connection off the field, learning their personal goals and what they like to do outside of football to really build that connection between all those guys who coming in and mixing and building a great chemistry to be able to do good on September 1st, ready for the first game.
If you look at your room as a follow-up with the defensive line, so many new faces there. I'm going to give you a couple of names. Give me really quickly maybe what pops about Price Yates, about Melcart, about Smith-Vilbert, and about DeAndre.
Yeah, with all the D-line transfers, I feel like everybody who came in with those players, we all came together pretty good. And, everybody got their own skill set and their own strengths and weaknesses. And we all just combined together to make a great D-line when it's time. And just taking it day by day and just learning other people and what they do best and learning what you do best and bringing it all together to make it work as one D-line.
Michael here.
Michael Cohn, WCHL, Chartbro.com. Good to meet you, Leroy. First off, have you gotten any snaps on special teams at all? Done any work with special teams during fall camp so far?
Not really.
All right, I'll switch tack then. Coach Cabrera, a lot of players have talked about just how brutal his conditioning drills have been during the summer. How have you experienced those? Gio mentioned that they were really helpful with team chemistry. How have you noticed that sort of helping you guys bond, just something to get through during the summer?
Yeah, it most definitely helped team chemistry when you see everybody working hard. You see the other players besides you, which is your brother, working hard also. And yeah, them conditionings, everything we do with Moses has been brutal. But it's just good to see your brother also working and also putting in the same work as you to try to make this team better and better day by day and day.
Grant here.
Hey, Leroy, Grant Sasher, Tar Heels on that side. What kind of role are you hoping to carve out this season, and what do you feel you bring to this defensive line?
I think I'll bring a great physical and leader mindset and just keeping the D-line focused. We all got to stay focused through this time and just taking it day by day and actually improving and staying at that level of competition during practice, during games, and it will make the games easier. So just bringing everybody together with the new transfers and some people who stayed, who was here last year, and just putting everything together and putting all the pieces together for it can make it work and we can become a one D line.
Go to Adam down here.
Adam Smith, inside Carolina. Leroy, hey, what would be your expectations for this defensive line group? There are people that look at it from the outside as maybe the biggest question mark on the team because you have so many new faces, because you lost so many guys from last season. Like, what are your expectations for how you guys can perform?
My expectations is to compete on how we compete, not to worry about what everybody else thinks, and just do what we do every day. And with that being, with having a good offense, what you can compete against, and they bring different skill sets that can help you prepare for the games. And just competing every day really is the main thing, and not really worried about anything what's going on outside, and just keeping a level head to be able to compete every day.
Rob?
Rod Baxley, Federal Observer. Leroy, what were some of those things Moses Cabrera put you guys through this offseason as far as some things that stuck out that were what you described as brutal?
I say first day, the runs was crazy. Never seen no runs like that. It was dangerous, I'm gonna say that. But you know, as we kept doing it from January to now, it kept getting better and better, but it also kept getting harder and harder. It kept raising the level. And with Moses, his love is for everybody. You know, when he put us through those things, we getting put through it, but we also know that Moses loves us and he's doing it for a reason, and he's been doing it for a long time. So we just gotta buy into the process and keep stacking days.
With the running, is it just gassers, sprints, or is there like a drill involved, or what?
It's drills, gassers, sprints. He mixes up, and he also makes sure it's related to your position. He's not going to tell a D lineman to do something a DB would do. So he makes sure it is football related, but he makes sure it's get to the right thing and do what is needed done for it can prepare us for the first game.
Here you go, Brian here.
You're being coached by both Steve Belichick and Bill Belichick. I wonder if you could talk about some of the differences between them and then other times where you said, I know exactly where you got that from.
Yeah, it's definitely times with the jokes. You can definitely tell the differences, but they're also similar at the same time. And they're both great people, and it's kind of crazy that I have this opportunity, but I'm just taking it in day by day and just listening and getting wisdom from both of them, and having two different point of views of both Belichick's. It's great to hear, and just learning and getting wisdom from both of them is amazing.
We've heard Bill has like a lot of jokes. Does Steve have jokes as well?
Yeah, Steve, I think Steve got more jokes, but you know, it's interchangeable, but it's different. It's different because, you know, a lot of people think he's serious a lot, but he's very laid back and just enjoyed the team and loved the team as one.
And the last question right here.
Kate Shoemaker, Inside Carolina. Leroy, I know you posted a video on Instagram of everything you eat in a day, and I know Will already talked about how this nutrition kind of team has changed and improved from last year. Have you noticed anything from your body type or conditioning that's kind of improved from last year to this year?
I definitely noticed a lot with being leaner, actually eating right, and taking the little things with my nutrition better to be able to better myself and be able to have a healthy season and to be able to play better on the field. And, you know, with this nutrition, when they came in, it was great for all the players to be able to get the right things, what they needed, to be able to focus on the little things that you need to be able to eat right and practice right also, and practice hard, because with this new staff, it is a hard foundation. The standards is high, but we still gotta take care of our bodies, and one of those things is nutrition. That's a big part of being healthy and staying on the field and doing what we can do as a person.
Yeah, has there been a favorite meal that Chef Grimes has made for you so far?
I'll say the oxtails. I'm from Georgia, so you know I love Southern food like pig feet and all that. So I definitely say the oxtails. It go down there a little bit.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Leroy. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you, Leroy.